Coming up on Mountain News this morning, police were able to make an arrest days after a high-speed chase. And organizations are taking flu vaccines into their own hands, even if that means driving to you.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Madison Carmouche. We are at 5:30 this Thursday morning, and today is October 17th. Let's check in with meteorologist Megan Desmal for a look at your forecast this morning. Megan, it is cold outside. That's all I can say.
Yeah, and that's pretty much the story for today, too. It's just going to be cold outside, so you can't leave the house without a jacket today. You'll need it. But taking a look outside, this is exit 62 in Mount Vernon, and it's going to be a nice, not foggy morning for the most part. Looking at the visibility across the region, majority of the area has great visibility. There are some patches of fog. Harlan's seeing the worst of it right now, half a mile. And that area will hopefully be dissipating in just a couple hours. But overall, the rest of the area is looking quite good. Those current temperatures, though, are not. We are in the 30s across the board and dropping for the next couple of minutes. And Monticello is the only place we're really seeing that 40-degree mark. It was 41 just a minute ago. But the rest of us, 30 degrees is our temperatures. High temperatures will be getting up to the 60s though today, so we do have some promise. 62 degrees in Harlan and Manchester as the high, 64 in Monticello. And as we take a look at the next 12 hours, we'll be warming up to that high temperature today, and that sun will be peeking out around that 10 o'clock hour. Sunrise is at 7:44 a.m. and I'll have your ARH 7-day forecast in just a couple of minutes. Madison?
All right, Megan, thank you. 2 Greenup County men have been sentenced to federal prison for producing and receiving child pornography. Skylar Allen Mullins was sentenced to 35 years for the attempted production of child pornography and possession of child pornography. In his plea agreement, it was discovered Mullins used a social media app to exchange sexually explicit images of children. Mullins later admitted to using social platforms to swap material. Austin Hardin was sentenced to 7 years in prison for receiving a visual depiction of a minor engaged in sexually explicit conduct. In his plea agreement last year, authorities received information Hardin engaged in sexual chats with a person posing to be a minor. Hardin admitted he had sexually explicit images of the minors on his phone. In total, more than 600 videos and photos of sexually explicit conduct were found in Hardin's cell phone. A former employee at a Kentucky juvenile detention center was sentenced to 3 years in federal prison for breaking a 15-year-old boy's arm. 33-year-old Nathaniel Lumpkins pleaded guilty to violating the teen's constitutional right to be free from excessive force during an incident in 2019 at the Woods Bend Youth Development Center in Morgan County. Officials say while staff were trying to calm the boy, Lumpkins forcefully restrained him, breaking 2 bones in his arm. After the incident, Lumpkins was fired and later submitted a false report claiming the teen had threatened staff. We have an update on a story about a man leading police on a high-speed chase. In a post on Facebook, Prestonsburg PD say they received a tip from someone about Kyle Greer being in the passenger side of a vehicle. Once that car came into Prestonsburg, police responded and found the vehicle that matched their description. The vehicle failed to yield when officers tried to perform a traffic stop, but later they cut the vehicle off. Police say Kyle Greer was arrested without incident. A London man is in jail after police found meth in his possession. The London Police Department's Special Investigation Drug Interdiction Unit arrested 29-year-old Dylan Mosley recently. Following the traffic stop, police also determined that Mosley had multiple active warrants for his arrest. Mosley was charged with trafficking in a controlled substance and was taken to the Laurel County Correctional Center. In Harlan County, 2 people are behind bars after police found meth and drug paraphernalia in their possession. On Sunday, police made contact with Joey Lewis behind a post office in Everts. Police also found baggies and digital scales. Tommy Chafin was also arrested in the Bledsoe community on Sunday. Police had determined through an investigation that Chafin was impaired. Both Chafin and Lewis were taken to the Harlan County Detention Center. In Wayne County, West Virginia, a man is facing drug charges after a traffic stop in the Fort Gay area. The sheriff says the drug enforcement unit stopped the vehicle and saw the driver trying to hide a bag of meth in his pants. A loaded gun was found under the driver's seat, and a bag of marijuana was also taken from the driver's pocket. Brandon Fastnatch is facing drug possession charges, among others. Kentucky State Police are asking for help finding a man who was originally from Harlan County. Here is a picture of 33-year-old Lonnie Skidmore. He is wanted for robbery and assault. He is described as being 6 feet tall with brown eyes and black hair. If you have any information, call the Harlan KSP post at 606-573-3131. Addiction Recovery Care, also known as ARC, announced it will be temporarily closing 4 facilities in Kentucky. Those facilities are Sanibel and Catlettsburg in Boyd County, Lake Hills Oasis in Somerset, Beth's Blessing in Tyner, and Belgrove Springs in Wallingford in Fleming County. ARC says the closings come due to impending and significant Medicaid reimbursement cuts for addiction and mental health services. Flu season is here, and Baptist Health wants to help you fight the flu. Throughout October, they are having mobile flu shot clinics. Baptist Health Richmond made the stop at God's Outreach Food Pantry to reach community members who may have trouble accessing flu vaccines. Kim Richards with Baptist Health says it is all a part of Baptist Health's 100th birthday celebration. The clinic is totally free, can be done without an appointment, and finishes in 15 minutes or less.
We have plenty of vaccinations, so we hope we run out and have to get more. And it's something that you can do to protect yourself, your family, and your community.
Baptist Health recommends the vaccine for those ages 2 through 49, but it is not recommended for those who are pregnant, have certain medical conditions, or a weakened immune system. Listen up, shoppers. Check your fridges and freezers. There's an important food recall you should know about. Ready-to-eat meat producer Bruce Pack has expanded its recall of meat and poultry products from last week. It now includes more products and production dates after the U.S. Department of Agriculture said routine testing found Listeria bacteria in the food. The recalled products include salads, wraps, pasta bowls, burritos, enchiladas, and many other ready-made frozen and family meals. The USDA says it will post a school distribution list on its website once one is available. When we return, Disney has a new pass for its parks in the U.S. that lets you skip every line.
And a little bit of a warm-up coming up. I'll tell you when in just a couple of minutes.